Welcome back to JK Rants and Reviews. I'm John. This is Caleb. Today we're going to do a quick video on the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer, our reactions.
And rants, and rambles, and questions. From what the trailer shows, I am excited for one reason and one reason alone. It looks significantly better than whatever happened in 2016. I still have yet to see the film. And let me just point this out. I have no problem with the female cast, which is what seems to get the most attention. That is not my problem at all. My problem is they missed the key features of the film, which wasn't cheap jokes. It wasn't cheap effects. It was actually showing how there was a dynamic between the government being the bad guy and the ghosts being the bad guy and these scientists being the good guy. However, they had a comic relief.
Yeah.
They missed the subtleties of the other genres that were in the original film. Even Ghostbusters 2 kind of missed it a little bit. And I know that's a little harsh. I love Ghostbusters 2. But 2016, everything I saw in the trailers, everything I saw in the reviews, had none of that.
Problem is all those gals play the exact same gals they do on SNL and in every other movie. Not really interesting. It's kind of played out. And yeah, like everything's kind of cheap. The CGI is not that great. And the storyline is not that great. It's not a bad movie. I enjoyed it. But it's not Ghostbusters. It's just not.
If they would have had a better script, I think that the cast could have been phenomenal. That's what I'm going to say.
Now going to this new movie, here we go again though with the 80s feel with the kids. Like that is kind of played out.
Okay, so Halloween 2018, It, Stranger Things,
Summer of 84.
Summer of 84 was legit.
I'm just saying.
Summer of 84, I'll give it. But it's
Wonder Woman 84.
Okay, maybe it is too much.
But right.
This is the 50s of the 90s, which do the math. Anyways, so we've kind of hit this weird era where we are calling our generation's childhood nostalgic so much that we're force-feeding it to everybody. It's like there's Terminator references and everything. There's Nightmare on Elm Street references and everything. There's Friday the 13th references and everything. There's Lethal Weapon and Die Hard references and everything, which, don't get me wrong, I love all of these franchises and all of these films, but it doesn't need to be the source material for even a sequel. Even the cinematography in the trailer was identical to a Netflix Stranger Things trailer.
It doesn't help that you used the Stranger Things kid again.
I'm okay with him.
You used him in It Chapter 1 and 2, and now you used him in this, and you're just like, God, stop. It just connects that same emotion, which I know they're trying for, but at the same time, now it's playing on that over nostalgia.
I'm okay with the actor, but I wish that they would break away from making all of his films that kind of a film.
Right. And the goofy, scrawny kid. Yeah, the geek.
The character that they're giving him seems fitting for this. I hope that all of my negative emotions and feelings on this film are wrong. And I hope that I go to the theater and I'm pleasantly surprised. But my expectations are very, very low. That said, I mean, I wanted Black Christmas was at the top of my list.
So we have Paul Rudd in this movie, and this is the movie that's going to go down as actually showing Paul Rudd aging. He's got a little gray in his beard. He actually looks, not his age, but he actually looks like he's aging. Anyway, we've got the kids. They show up. They go to the old farmhouse that was left to them. The little gal says her grandfather passed, and they get all of his stuff. Come to find out, it's probably Egon.
Yeah.
Obviously.
The kid looks like Harold Ramis.
Right, got the hair, the glasses.
Yeah.
So, and then I like that Paul Rudd's playing an intelligent, possibly professor or something like that, because he's talking about the tectonic plates and yada yada. But here's my problem. Kids cannot carry this franchise. And hold on. Not trying to be mean to kids, but listen here. The Ghostbusters is built on extreme intelligence and technology and a business. That's what Ghostbusters was.
But the business was failing. The business aspect of it was always failing.
Right. But that's how they jump-started the Ghostbusters. So kids, in my opinion, are not smart enough to handle the nuclear packs and the ghost traps that are ancient and old and probably need fixed. The car, they get in and start it up, and the thing starts up.
And here's where I am hoping Ernie Hudson, Bill Murray, and Dan Aykroyd come into play.
That's what I think. I think they'll get like some kind of homing beacon. And I think that's why you don't see them in the trailer, even though they all are
signed on. And for just a side note, I really hope Ernie Hudson gets the justice he deserves in this film over what the stuff that was happening in 1 and 2.
Right. I saw him in the Texas Comic Con. I didn't get a chance to see it, like talk to him, but he was talking to somebody. It was cool. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah. But I really hope that he gets more screenplay and more, because he was kind of the heart. He was like
an everyday working man.
Yeah, exactly. He was the character that like resonated with a lot of the United States at the time, and even currently. Like,
I think they downplayed him because originally it's supposed to be Eddie Murphy, and that kind of comic, when you don't have him, I think the rest of the comedy went to the other characters instead of him.
I think Ernie Hudson was a far better cast than Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah,
I think
no question.
Eddie
Nothing against Eddie Murphy
would not have fit in with Harold Ramis, Bill Murray, and Dan Aykroyd.
You needed a guy that could toe the line between serious and funny, and I think he just would have gone full goofy. I just think Eddie Murphy this time wasn't in that spot. Anyway, that's what I'm hoping is at the end, the old Ghostbusters come in and they take over, and they're like, "Hey, we'll train you and we'll take care of some stuff on the back end."
Give me a cheesy training montage. I'll take it.
Right. In a small town with kids that don't know what they're doing, with ancient technology. I mean, 30-year-old stuff just doesn't work like it used to. I mean, try to take an old NES Nintendo and try to make it work. It hasn't been working for 30 years.
That is one thing that makes me happy, is that it does in the trailer go, and they did this with Halloween as well. You know, we haven't had a ghost sighting in 30 years. So if you do the math, you're going back to the original films.
Right.
So we are disconnecting from anything else, any fan theories, any whatever, and we're just going back to the basics, which gives me a little bit of hope, but also a little bit of dread, because every single franchise is doing this right now. And we were just having a conversation about this. Maybe it's time to calm down on that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not, like, a couple here and there, totally fine, but do we need it with everything?
I would rather them have done a CGI, like fully CGI movie.
Well, that's what the video game, I think, was.
Exactly. I think that's what I was thinking. I would rather them done a fully CGI, have the old cast voice in their voices, and bring in a voice actor for Egon, pay tribute to that character, and done it that way. I mean, we have the technology where you can make a decent movie, and I mean, you can make the effects in that movie, I bet, better than the 2016 in a fully CGI. I mean, look at Tron. Tron Legacy. Tron Legacy was awesome. That was mostly CGI.
Look at Henry Cavill's face in Justice League.
You
can fail hard, too.
You can. But anyway, guys, let us know if you guys have seen the trailer, what you thought, if you're excited, if you're kind of over it.
I'm on the fence, but I am excited to go see it. I am going to go see it, because this looks like it takes some of the heart back from the first two films. It looks like it's bringing back the intelligence factor, and it's not meant to be a teenage fart joke movie.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I need another trailer. I need to see the old guys. I need to see some realism come back into this.
I want them to hide the originals, just because if they use the originals in the trailer, it may give away the plot. Which, this has a little bit, you can kind of get the idea of what's happening, but it's not giving it away. It's not it's not a Terminator trailer where it's like, well, that was the surprise. Okay, I saw the movie now.
So let us know what you guys think. Are you on board? Are you worn out? Let us know. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get some more on our. Until next time, JK out.
If you could retcon any film and go back to the original, any film of your liking and sequel it, what film would you pick?
Probably, that's rough. I'd probably retcon Batman Returns and go back and do a sequel from 1989.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ooh, yeah.